There is a sinister but quiet movement going around in this country as the Labour Party are infiltrating our institutions and establishments. This time is about the Office for Budget Responsibility. I'm not fully surprised about this update, but it is a bit weird. It's not illegal. There's nothing wrong with it in that sense when it comes to the constitution that we have, but it's a bit undemocratic what's happening right now because public sector and the civil service and anything that's essentially linked to the state of government should not be politicized. But somehow the Office for Budget Responsibility has now been taken over by the masses who are all leaning not just to the left, to the Labour Party. And it's fascinating what's going on right now. The people behind the Ed Stone. Do you remember Ed Stone? Yeah. Ed Miliband's weird attempt to win the 25th election by coming up with this idea of the Ed Stone. The guys behind it, one of them was Torsten Bell, who Torsten Bell is linked to the Resolution Foundation. Now, the Resolution Foundation have a number of people inside it. This is supposed to be a Labour Party think tank, basically. And these guys are everywhere. And they're joining the OBR. A number of them. So this one is Richard Hughes. Richard Hughes, part of the Resolution Foundation, has joined the OBR. He's a Remainer. You know, he likes the Labour Party. He attacked the no-deal Brexit. He actually said that Brexit is worse for the economy than the virus that we had in 2020. This is just one person, Richard Hughes. Next one is Laura Gardner. Now, Laura, again, part of the Resolution Foundation, has joined the Office for Budget Responsibility. All this is thanks to Guido for finding out all the research. She supports the universal basic income. Oh, how very social democrat of Laura. She attacked austerity. Ooh, so evil. And she worked for the Living Wage Foundation. Now, I don't really care if some of these ideas are good or bad from people's perspective. It's about the fact that they have leanings. They are biased. They are political. Last person is Cara Petiti. Now, Cara has also joined the OBR from the Resolution Foundation. And the interesting thing about what's going on now, especially when it comes to people like Cara, a couple of bullet points. Public support is necessary, and so taxes on corporate crisis windfall profits should be considered. This is according to people like Cara. They want to freeze the tax thresholds, and they want to raise corporation tax rate. I mean, it's already high, guys. Why do you want to do that? I don't know. It's going to hit small businesses. Just because they call it corporation tax doesn't mean it applies to corporations. Ironically, it doesn't apply to corporations because corporations can afford expensive lawyers and accountants, and they can avoid paying that tax. It's going to hit small businesses, local businesses, and medium-sized businesses. And she also wants to, of course, reform the wealth tax to improve the tax system. That's not how things work, guys. I don't understand who teaches these idiots economics. Oh, I know. Our universities and left-wing professors and academics who don't know anything about economics, who think that economics is about hard science. It's not about hard science. Economics is a study of human action. That's all it is. Don't come up with random data and stats because that's never going to be able. You're never going to be able to fix the future by firstly predicting it, coming up with your projections and all this stuff about, well, I think within the next 5 years this is going to happen. You cannot predict human behavior. And then they say, well, let's analyze the stats that we have from 5 years ago, now that we're in a mess, and let's repeat the same mistakes. The idiocy is absolutely hilarious when it comes to human beings who are in charge of the political system in democracies. Actually, not just democracies, every system that we've seen, from dictatorial systems to democracies, everyone is stupid at the top of the system, economists and also politicians. So we're going to come back, and we're going to tell you in about half an hour, we're going to tell you about what's happening right now with Suella Braverman, because she's doing some hardcore stuff as the new Home Secretary. She's finally going after the Albanian criminals. She's arresting them and she's actually deporting them. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.